Hello there YouTube, this is ODC, that's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. And a little bit out of the norm for me. I don't usually collect Masters of the Universe classics, but when I saw this guy for a decent price, I had to snag him. This was actually growing up, this was my second Masters of the Universe classics, or Masters of the Universe action figure I ever owned. Besides He-Man was my first, and then it was him, and he was actually my favorite. I loved his overall look when I was a kid. I loved his action movement with the spinning arms and the different attachments. And I just really loved all the colors, his color scheme and everything. Looks really great, and he was definitely, without me even, I was young, so without me even knowing anything really about the character, when I first saw him when I was a kid, I was like, oh, it's my favorite. So definitely a nostalgic feeling to him. I had him for a while, and then I eventually when I was younger, my basement got flooded actually, and all my action figures when I was younger, they they got destroyed. So yeah, it's nice to have a piece of my childhood again, and that's really why you buy these guys, is for the nostalgic feel. But enough about that, because I'm sure you don't want to hear about that all day. Let's get to the packaging. He comes in this white mailer box. It says nice Masters of the Universe Classics, Hurricane Hordak. Nothing on the back, I'm sure you know that. Here is his insider packaging. It says Masters of the Universe Classics. Very nice packaging. I really have to give it to Mattel that they really just know how to package action figures properly. In this wave, I guess if you want to call it. You got Catra over here. Sorry. Catra, you have Battle Armor He-Man, Leech, Hurricane Hordak, Grizzlor, and Battle Armor Skeletor. Actually, Grizzlor was the... I originally got him and Grizzlor at the same day. My aunt actually bought them both for me. And yeah, so there's another one. I'm not really sure how much Grizzlor goes for, but on to this figure. Yeah, I actually was very happy. I found him for a very reasonable price. I got him for $25 on eBay, and it came to 30 shipped, but which is probably the norm for what he goes for, but I've actually seen him go for about $45, $40 to $45. So I thought it was a decent price, and so I jumped on it. Anyways, let me get to his accessories here. He comes with, as you can see here, comes with 3 different spin blades here for his action movement. Comes with this piece also. It looks like spinning blades that fold over, that actually fold in, but they're just kind of stuck in this position. So those two, and this one, it's like spinning balls or something. I don't know. They even have like veins in them. It's kind of weird, but still cool. Yeah, I really love this look. I think this is my favorite blade for him. Yeah, definitely my favorite. This one's a little bit too bulky, I think, but to each his own, Everybody probably likes different things. But I love his color scheme with the gold, black, and gray, the dark gray. It looks really cool. He looks very evil. And, yeah. He's got a ton of detail here. And as you can see on his back, now in the 80s he had an action movement, or an action theme. On his back, you would spin this on his back, and it would spin the arm, or not spin the arm, but spin the blade in here. It does not work, but it's just Mattel kind of threw it in there for a nostalgic feel to him, And I think it works out nicely. I actually don't mind that being there, to be honest with you. I think it's pretty cool. He does have his armband here with his insignia. He has his insignia on his front, on his chest, on his boots, and he's got his little duck feet. Little duck feet. That's quacktastic. But yeah, I think he looks really cool. Underneath his armor here, you can take this armor piece off. It's just basically gold under here. And yeah, that's pretty much it for... Oh, he also has some... Yeah, I'll get to the detail in a minute. Let me just go through articulation here. As you can see, his head moves on its own without this back piece, so I'll call it the hood piece, actually. His head does move on its own, or you can move it with the hood piece. So, it does move. His arm goes up about that far, goes down, does do a full 360 without any hindrance. Has a bicep swivel, a single jointed elbow, and a wrist rotation. He also has an ab crunch that works very well. Does do a full 360 at the waist. His leg is, let's go out, in, forward, back without any problems. He has a single bend at the knee and really great articulation in the ankle. Goes up and down very easily, and he has an ankle pivot. He also has a boot rotation also. So yeah, he is very well articulated. He stands very easy. You can get these guys into pretty decent posing. And yeah, he's got a ton of great detail on the back of his, I'll call it the hood, as I said before. He's got his little armband here, which is a separate piece. It's not molded into the arm, so it doesn't take away from the articulation. As you can see, his action feature, which you kind of have to move it on your own, which is fine with me. He's got sculpting here on his arm for his, looks like I'll call it a gauntlet. His glove is molded, or sculpted. I always say molded instead of sculpted. This is rubberized, rubberized, I don't really know what to call a diaper. Rubberized shorts, I guess I'll call it that. But his boots are sculpted also, his duck feet are sculpted, and yeah, he looks great. I'm so happy with this figure. I couldn't be more pleased. I'm going to give this guy a 10 out of 10. I love the way this guy looks. He really reminds me of when I was a kid again. Brings me back to that when I first pulled him out of the package. Everything is the same as when I was a kid. And let me give a quick size comparison. I'll just do a size comparison with Merman because he's really the only other Masters of the Universe Classics I have out of packaging. I have a He-Man, but he's in the 2-pack with Superman. So he does, he is taller than Merman here, with the hood included. He's about the same size without the hood, I guess, if you include these pieces on top of him. But if you don't, then he's taller than Merman completely. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Hurricane Hordak here. I really recommend this guy. He looks great. He's got a great look to him. Really, all the Masters of the Universe Classics, I can't really complain about any of them. I think the only other one I really want to get out of this line is Fisto. He was another figure I really liked when I was a kid, or I just really liked in general. And yeah, hopefully I can find him for a decent price because that guy goes for a lot of money. But other than that, yeah, I do recommend him. I give him a 10 just because of kind of personal reasons. But yeah, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.